Shush by Colton. When four friends go out to one of their family's cabin, they think they're gonna have a weekend of fun. But what they don't know is, someone else is in the cabin with them. Will they be able to stop this intruder or become his next victim? 2018. Whitewater Cabin. Desert Retreat. Mr. Coffee appears sitting outside in a lounge chair, then drinks his coffee. A hawk screeches in the sky. Mr. Coffee looks up at the hawk, smiles, then goes to drink his coffee. Damn. All out. I guess I'll have to get some more. Mr. Coffee gets out of the lounge chair, then walks towards the cabin. A figure appears in the distance watching Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee walks into the cabin, into the kitchen, grabs the coffee pot pitcher, then pours it into his mug. The telephone starts ringing. Mr. Coffee puts the coffee pot pitcher back, walks around the island, then grabs the telephone receiver. Hello, Esther honey. When are you coming out? Oh, you're waiting for your friends. All right, but you'll be here by tonight, right? All right, honey. I'll see you when you get here. Bye bye my drink of coffee. Mr. Coffee hangs up the telephone receiver. The figure appears walking past the window. Mr. Coffee walks back around the island, pours some creamer and a spoonful of sugar into his coffee mug, then stirs it. A creaking sound comes from the distance. Mr. Coffee looks up. The creaking sound in the distance continues. Mr. Coffee slowly walks towards the creaking sound, then pushes the bedroom door open. The bedroom appears empty. Mr. Coffee looks around. The bedroom window appears open. Did I leave that open? Mr. Coffee approaches the bedroom window, then shuts it. Mr. Coffee turns around. An object hits Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee falls onto the bedroom floor, then he groans. A dark shadow appears over Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee continues groaning. What's going on? Mr. Coffee sees a man wearing a neon mask. Who are you? What do you want? Asked Mr. Coffee. The man wearing a neon mask approaches Mr. Coffee, stops next to him, then shows a needle. Mr. Coffee's eyes widen. The man in a neon mask leans over Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee continuously groaning. Hours earlier, an apartment building appears. Moaning comes from the distance. Both Esther Coffee and Hoyt Fraser appear underneath the blankets, stop, then lay onto their backs. Man, you're getting better every day, said Esther. Yeah, that's what a man wants to hear in bed, said Hoyt. Both Esther and Hoyt are laughing. So, are you ready for tonight? Asked Esther. What's tonight? Asked Hoyt. You're meeting my dad for the first time, said Esther. Oh man. You know what? I accidentally have a prostate exam tonight. So maybe we could reschedule meeting him, said Hoyt. Oh, come on. He's gonna love you. Like I do, said Esther. All right, but I'm only doing this for you, said Hoyt, moving the covers, then standing up. Where are you going? Asked Esther. I need to pee. Be right back, baby. Hoyt kisses Esther, then walks away. Esther lays back down in the bed, knocking on the door. Babe, can you get that? I'm a little busy here, said Hoyt. Esther grabs a robe, puts it on, gets out of the bed, walks out of the bedroom, then towards the front door. The front door opens. Georgette Simpson appears. Hey Georgette, come on in, said Esther. Esther, I've met the perfect woman, said Georgette. Really? Yeah. Last night I was at the club and I saw this cute woman at the bar. I bought her a drink, and you know how I usually sleep with them. Esther nods her head. Well, last night she called me out on it. and she suggests that we should get to know each other first before we get together, said Georgette. So, you're gonna actually try to have a relationship? Asked Esther. Are you kidding me? After I fuck her, I'll leave her hanging, said Georgette, laughing. And they say women don't do stuff like that, said Esther. So, tonight we have a date. But she asked if I had any friends to come out with us, said Georgette. Like a double date. That sounds like fun, said Hoyt, walking out of the bathroom. Hey Hoyt, my main man, said Georgette, high-fiving Hoyt. Well, I know that sounds wonderful, but I promised my dad that I would go out to his cabin tonight. It's Hoyt's first time meeting him, said Esther. Which I'm not nervous at all, said Hoyt. Damn, now what do I do? Asked Georgette. I have an idea. I'll call my dad. I'll let him know that I'm bringing 2 friends along, said Esther, grabbing the telephone receiver. Great idea, I love your girlfriend, said Georgette. So do I, said Hoyt, smiling. Esther pressing buttons. Hey, Dad. Yeah, it's me. Listen, tonight when me and Hoyt come to visit, is it all right that I bring some friends? Okay, I just need to wait for my friends to get together. All right, I'll see you tonight. Daddy. Esther hangs up the telephone receiver. You and your date are free to tag along tonight, said Esther. Yes, I just need to tell Miranda. I'll see you guys later, said Georgette, opening the front door, then walking out of the apartment. See you later, Georgette, said Hoyt, closing the front door. So, what do you want to do until we leave? Asked Esther. Oh, I get to choose. Let me think. How about an activity that involves both of us, said Hoyt, walking towards Esther. Esther puts her arms around Hoyt. Really? Well, all I have to say is, I call the good controller, said Esther, running into the living room. No you don't, said Hoyt, chasing Esther. Both Esther and Hoyt are laughing. A suitcase gets placed onto the bed, then it opens. All right, what all should I take? Asked Esther, looking at her clothes. Why not this little number? Asked Hoyt, grabbing a skimpy shirt. No, I don't want my dad thinking I'm a slut, said Esther. Good thing he doesn't see what we do, said Hoyt, smiling. Esther slaps Hoyt's arm. Seriously, I want this to go well. I want you and my dad to get to know each other, said Esther. Well, I think we already have something in common, said Hoyt. What's that? Asked Esther. We love you very much, said Hoyt, stepping towards Esther, then kisses her. Oh, thanks baby. But the skimpy shirt stays, said Esther. Damn it, said Hoyt, walking away. Esther smiles, grabs a few shirts, then places them into the suitcase. Hoyt is walking into the hallway, knocking on the front door. I'll get it, said Hoyt, stopping, then opening the front door. Miranda Townsend appears. Hello, you must be Hoyt. You're really handsome, said Miranda. Thank you, ma'am. How can I help you? Asked Hoyt. Oh, Georgette said to meet her here. I'm Miranda Townsend, said Miranda. Oh, the woman she met last night. Please come in, said Hoyt. Thank you, said Miranda, walking into the apartment. Hoyt, do you think this bikini is too skimpy too? Asked Esther, walking out of the bedroom holding a bikini, then seeing Miranda. Esther, meet Georgette's date, said Hoyt. Miranda Townsend, said Miranda. Esther, coffee. And I hope you didn't just hear me embarrass myself, said Esther. Don't worry, my ex once walked out wearing nothing, asking if her bikini would fit while my family was in the room, said Miranda. Oh God, said Esther. Really? Said Hoyt, smiling. Hoyt Stop that, said Esther. I hope you don't mind Georgette using your address to meet her here, asked Miranda. Not at all. Georgette's friends are our friends, said Esther. Just get comfortable while we continue getting things around, said Hoyt. Thank you, said Miranda. Both Esther and Hoyt are placing clothes into the suitcase. Miranda appears sitting on the couch texting on her cell phone. Knocking on the front door. I'll get it, said Esther, walking out of the bedroom towards the front door, then opening it. Georgette appears. Hey Esther, where's Hoyt? I really need to talk to a man right now, said Georgette. That's unusual. A lesbian wanting to talk to a straight guy, said Hoyt. Hoyt, you won't believe this. I saw this beautiful woman and I've got to say, said Georgette. Hoyt clears his throat. Georgette looks into the living room, then sees Miranda sitting on the couch. Miranda, baby, said Georgette. Miranda stands up. Georgette approaches Miranda, then hugs her. You know I was talking about you, right? Asked Georgette. It's all right that you look at other women. We just met, said Miranda. So George, did you forget your suitcase? Asked Esther. No. It's down in my car. So, are we ready to go? Asked Georgette. Give us a few more minutes, then we'll head off, said Hoyt. Both Esther and Hoyt walk into the bedroom, place a few more clothes into their suitcase, shut, then zip it closed. Both Esther and Hoyt are walking out of the bedroom. All right, let's go, said Esther. A car appears driving down the road. So, how far is this place? Asked Georgette. Pretty far, so hopefully you don't need to have a pee break, because we ain't stopping, said Esther. Great. Miranda continues typing on her cell phone. Georgette looks at Miranda. Who are you talking to? Asked Georgette. Just my brother, telling him where I'm going, said Miranda. I think that's great. You have a good relationship with your family, said Hoyt. Actually, he's the only family I have. My parents died when I was younger, said Miranda. I'm sorry to hear that, said Esther. What happened? Asked Hoyt. I really don't like talking about it, said Miranda. I'm sorry I asked, said Hoyt. It's all right, said Miranda. Georgette puts her arms around Miranda. Come here, babe. I'll console you, said Georgette. Miranda leans towards Georgette. Esther looks at Miranda in the rearview mirror, smiles, then grabs Hoyt's hand. Hoyt looks at Esther, then smiles. The cabin appears. The car slows down, pulls into the driveway, stops, then turns off. All right, everyone. We're here, said Esther. The car doors open, then shut. All four are looking at the cabin. This is a beautiful cabin, said Miranda. It's great, said Hoyt, putting his arm around Esther. Well, you gonna let us in? Asked Georgette. Esther smiles. Come on, said Esther. All four are walking towards the cabin. The front door opens. All four walk into the cabin. Dad, make yourselves at home. I'll be right back. I'll see where my dad is. Esther walks away. The man in the neon mask appears. Mr. Coffee continues moaning. The man in the neon mask leans over Mr. Coffee. Footsteps are walking from above. The man in the neon mask looks up. Mr. Coffee tries yelling. The man in the neon mask punches Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee goes unconscious. The man in the neon mask looks up again, then walks away. Esther continues walking around. Said Esther. Hands wrap around Esther's waist. Hoyt appears, kissing Esther's neck. Esther starts giggling. So, Did you find your dad? Asked Hoyt. No, and I told him I was coming, said Esther. Maybe he went to the store or just went out, said Hoyt. Yeah, maybe you're right, said Esther. Trust me, your dad's fine. But since he's not here, said Hoyt, kissing Esther. Hoyt, we shouldn't do this here, said Esther. Why not? Asked Hoyt. Yeah, why not? Asked Georgette, appearing in the doorway. Both Esther and Hoyt laugh. All right. Since my dad's not here, I guess we'll have to wait for him to come back. Until then, what do you want to do? Asked Esther. How about we go for a walk? Asked Miranda. That sounds so, said Georgette, being interrupted. Great. George was about to say great, said Hoyt. Georgette looks at Hoyt. All right, so it's decided. We're going for a walk. Let me just change my outfit. It gets hot out here, said Esther, walking away. I guess I'll change too, said Miranda, following behind Esther. Both Georgette and Hoyt look at each other. Don't think about peeping, said Hoyt. What, me? Asked Georgette. Footsteps are walking. Oh man, look at how beautiful everything looks, said Miranda, raising her camera, then taking a picture. Yeah, I'll say, said Georgette, looking at Miranda. Miranda laughs, then winds the camera. Both Esther and Hoyt are walking ahead. So, what do you think of my dad's property so far? Asked Esther. It's amazing. I didn't know your father lived out here, said Hoyt. Yeah, my parents always loved nature, which is why I wanted to become a naturalist, said Esther. And that's why I love being with you, because you love animals and plants. Well, nature itself, said Hoyt. And I'm glad you love what I do. It just makes me get closer to you, said Esther. How much closer do you want to be? Asked Hoyt, leaning towards Esther. How about this close, said Esther, kissing Hoyt. Hey, none of that, especially out here, said Georgette. But no one's around, said Hoyt. Yeah, but I don't have my cell phone to record you guys, said Georgette. So immature, said Esther. Miranda looks, raises her camera, then presses the button. These pictures are gonna be beautiful, said Miranda. Like someone I know, said Georgette. Miranda looks at Georgette. Both Georgette and Miranda kiss each other. Oh, how beautiful, said Hoyt. Funny, Hoyt. Very funny, said Georgette. Hey guys, you want to see an amazing view? Follow me, said Esther. All four are walking. Where are we going? Asked Hoyt. To my favorite spot, said Esther. How much further is it? Asked Georgette. We're actually here, said Esther, standing on top of a mound. All three walk up the mound, then gasp. Oh my God, said Georgette. It's beautiful, said Miranda. So beautiful, thanks for showing us your favorite spot, said Hoyt, kissing Esther's right side of her head. You know, I should get a picture of this. Get together, guys, said Miranda, raising her camera. Cheese, said all three of them. Miranda takes a picture of all three of them. Got it, said Miranda. Great, make doubles. For us, said Georgette. Well, maybe we should head back. My dad should be at the cabin by now, said Esther. Good idea. I'm getting hungry, said Georgette. All three walk away. Miranda starts to walk. Stops, then sees the man in the neon mask in the distance. Miranda, are you coming? Asked Georgette. Miranda looks at all three of them, then back. The man in the neon mask is gone. Yeah, I'm coming, said Miranda, walking behind all three of them. The cabin appears. All four are approaching the cabin. The front door opens. Dad, are you here? Esther walks into the kitchen. Dad, he's still not here, said Esther. Don't worry, like Hoyt said. And what? Maybe he is still at the store, trying to figure out what to get. And what? Or maybe he's on his way back now, said Georgette. Yeah, maybe you're right, said Esther. Or maybe someone kidnapped him, said Miranda. All three look at Miranda. I can't believe you said something like that, said Esther, walking away. Hoyt follows behind Esther. What? I was only kidding, said Miranda. A kidnapper killed Esther's mom, said Georgette. Oh man, now I feel like a bitch, said Miranda. You didn't know, said Georgette. I better apologize, said Miranda. Give her time, said Georgette. Esther sitting on the bed. Hoyt walks into the bedroom. Hey babe, how are you doing? Asked Hoyt. I'm fine, said Esther. Are you? Asked Hoyt, sitting next to Esther. I just can't believe she would say that, said Esther. She didn't mean to say it, said Hoyt. I know, but it still hurts, said Esther. Hey, you still have your dad, and I'm here for you too, said Hoyt, putting his arm around Esther. Esther puts her head into Hoyt's shoulder, then starts crying. Both Georgette and Miranda are sitting on the couch. Footsteps walking down the staircase. Both Georgette and Miranda look up. Both Esther and Hoyt are walking down the staircase. Both Georgette and Miranda stand up. Hey Esther, how are you? Asked Georgette. I'm good, said Esther. Esther, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I didn't know about, said Miranda, being interrupted. It's all right. Miranda. I know you didn't mean it, and what happened, said Miranda. I really hope we could start over, said Miranda. No need, said Esther, stepping towards Miranda, then hugging her. Or, how cute, said both Georgette and Hoyt. Both Esther and Miranda are laughing. Well, since your dad's running late, what do you say we eat? I brought some great steak, said Georgette. You brought steak? Asked Hoyt. Hey, I carry food just in case I don't like the food at the person's house, said Georgette. Really classy, Georgette, said Esther. Well, why not get these cooking? Got a grill? It's a great night to cook outside, said Georgette. It's around the back, said Esther. I'll help you with it, said Hoyt. Both Georgette and Hoyt walk away. Well, while they do that, I saw some salads in the fridge. Want to help me with those? Asked Esther. Sure thing, said Miranda. Both Esther and Miranda walk into the kitchen. The man with a neon mask appears, looking through the living room window, then walking away. A steak gets placed onto the grill, then sizzles. Both Georgette and Hoyt appear, standing next to the grill. Man, listen to these sizzle, said Georgette. That means you have good meat, said Hoyt. I wish I had good meat, so I could put it in and out of my girl, said Georgette. Nice visual, George. Georgette smiles. Want a beer? Asked Hoyt. Sure, I have some in my cooler, said Georgette. Hoyt opens the cooler, then grabs 2 beers. Georgette grabs a beer, then opens it. Hoyt drinks the beer, then looks at the mountains. Man, look at that view from here, said Hoyt. It is beautiful, said Georgette, flipping one of the steaks. So, how's it going, boys? Asked Miranda. Great. The steaks have about 10 minutes left, said Georgette. All right, said Miranda. Beer? Asked Hoyt. Sure. Hoyt grabs a beer, then hands it to Miranda. Miranda grabs the beer, walks, then sits into a lounge chair. You know what would be perfect? A fire, said Miranda. That's a good idea. I think Esther has some wood in the side of the cabin, said Hoyt, placing his beer next to the grill. Then walks away. Footsteps are walking. Hoyt stops next to a pile of wood, bends over, then grabs a few pieces of them. Footsteps are walking in the distance. Hoyt looks up, then sees a shadow walk past. Hoyt stands up, then slowly walks. And quat, hey Hoyt, and quat, the wood remember, and quat, yelled. Georgette. Yeah, I'm coming, said Hoyt, looking around, sees nothing, then walking away. Esther walks outside. Hey guys, where's Hoyt? Asked Esther. He went for some wood. And quat, hey Hoyt, and quat, the wood remember, and quat, yelled Georgette. Footsteps approaching. All three look up. Hoyt approaches holding pieces of wood. Are you all right? Asked Esther. Yeah, I thought I saw something. Must have been my mind playing tricks on me, said Hoyt, placing a piece of wood. Oh, a fire? That sounds like a good idea, said Esther, sitting in the lounge chair next to Miranda. Hoyt lights the lighter. The wood catches on fire. All right, the steaks are done, said Georgette. All four are sitting in the lounge chairs. Georgette burps. My, what a gentleman, said Esther. Man, those were great steaks. Nice picks, George, said Hoyt. Hey, when I shop for steaks, I make sure I get the best ones. None of those fake steaks, said Georgette. Well, I feel like I gained 15 pounds, said Hoyt. So, does anyone have any campfire stories? Asked Esther. I know one, but I'm not sure if any of you ever heard it, said Miranda. Hey, a campfire story is a campfire story, whether we heard it or not, said Georgette. Both Esther and Hoyt nod their heads. All right, well, there's a legend around this area. A teenager killed his parents. No one knows why he did it. One morning, the teenager woke up and walked into his kitchen, grabbed one of those knives that holds a whole bunch of them. He walked down the hallway towards his parents' room, then slit their throats, said Miranda. Dear God, said Esther. How did the parents not hear him? Asked Georgette. Well, kids are sometimes sneaky, said Hoyt. That could be a reason why they didn't hear him. Another reason was that there were sleeping pills in their glasses. And for some odd reason, this teenager sewed their mouths shut because he didn't want them screaming, said Miranda. Man, that was quite a campfire story, said Georgette. Well, people say it's just a legend. Others believe that it happened, said Miranda. What do you think? Asked Hoyt. I think he's still out there, just waiting for his next victim. Miranda looks into the distance. All three look in the direction Miranda continues staring. And quat, boo, and quat, yelled Miranda. All three scream. Miranda starts laughing. Both Georgette and Hoyt are laughing along. Esther stands up. Well, I think that's enough for tonight, said Esther, walking away. That was so great, said Georgette. All three continue laughing. Esther walks into the kitchen, places her plate into the sink, then sighs. Miranda walks into the kitchen, then stops at the doorway. I'm sorry for that story. I hope it didn't scare you that badly, said Miranda. No, that's all right. We all could use a scare from time to time, said Esther. So, do you need a hand cleaning up? Asked Miranda. No. But thanks for the offer, said Esther. So, Miranda looks behind herself, then back at Esther. What spicy things can you tell me about Georgette? asked Miranda. Nothing really. Georgette is how you see her, said Esther. Well, that's good. You know, I think me and her are gonna have sex tonight. I hope you don't mind, asked Miranda. Not at all. The guest room blankets should be clean. Me and Hoyt will take the fold-out couch, said Esther. Thanks, you are the best, said Miranda. You're welcome, said Esther, turning around. The man with the neon mask walks past the kitchen window. Esther gets startled. Are you all right? Asked Miranda. Yeah, one of the guys must have gone past. Their shadow scared me, said Esther. Miranda steps out of the doorway, then sees both Georgette and Hoyt sitting in the lounge chairs. Said Miranda. All four are sitting in the lounge chairs. Georgette and Miranda kissing each other. Georgette kisses Miranda's neck. Hey, why don't you two get a room? Asked Hoyt. That sounds like an idea. How about the guest room? Said Georgette. No, me and, said Hoyt, being interrupted. Don't worry, Hoyt. I gave them permission to use the guest room. We're taking the pull-out couch, said Esther. Great, said Hoyt. You want to go inside? Asked Georgette. Give me a few minutes then come in, said Miranda, kissing Georgette, standing up then walking into the cabin. Georgette watches Miranda walking into the cabin, smiles, then looks at both Esther and Hoyt. What are you waiting for? Go get her, George, said Hoyt. I'll give her a few minutes to stew. Georgette looks at the cabin then back at both Esther and Hoyt. All right, time's up, said Georgette, standing up, running towards the cabin then opening the back door. Both Esther and Hoyt are laughing. So, what should we do? Asked Hoyt. I don't want to do anything tonight. I'm still worried about my dad, said Esther. You know what? If he's not back by morning, me and George will go find him, said Hoyt. All right, said Esther. Both Esther and Hoyt kiss each other. Both Georgette and Miranda are kissing each other. Miranda pushes Georgette onto the bed. Georgette laughs. Miranda lays on top of Georgette then kisses her. Do you want me, baby? Asked Miranda. Oh, I definitely do, said Georgette. Good. But before you get me, I want to give you a show, said Miranda, kissing Georgette, getting off of the bed, grabbing her suitcase then walking towards the bathroom. I'll be here, said Georgette. Miranda smiling then slowly shutting the bathroom door. Both Esther and Hoyt are looking at the sky. Man, look at that sky, said Hoyt. Yeah, it's beautiful. High beams of a vehicle appear in the distance. Esther looks then stands up. It might be my dad, said Esther. The vehicle drives past. No, just a drive-by. Esther crosses her arms. Hoyt stands up then wraps his arms around Esther's waist. Hey, your dad's fine. Maybe he ran into an old friend. Don't worry, he'll be back soon, said Hoyt, kissing the back of Esther's neck. Esther giggles, turns around then kisses Hoyt. The bathroom door opens. Miranda appears in lingerie then leans against the bathroom doorway. Like what you see? Asked Miranda. Oh, I definitely do. Miranda slowly starts dancing. Oh yeah, I love dancing. Dancing is good, said Georgette. Miranda spins in a circle then bends over in front of Georgette. Georgette looking at Miranda's butt. Miranda runs her hand up her right leg then spanks her butt cheek. You like that? Asked Miranda. Oh yeah, said Georgette. Miranda slowly walks towards the bed, stops then unbuttons her top. Georgette stares at Miranda's breasts then smiles. You're gonna remember me after tonight. said Miranda. Oh, I know I will, said Georgette. Miranda lays on top of Georgette. Both Georgette and Miranda are kissing. Georgette rolls Miranda onto her back. Both Esther and Hoyt are standing next to the cabin. Hoyt is kissing Esther's neck. Esther is moaning. Hoyt slowly raises his hand up Esther's body. Hoyt, please. Hoyt stops, then looks at Esther. I said, and quat. Not tonight, and quat. Hoyt sighs. I know it's been a few hours, but I want to relax. Especially with my dad gone, said Esther. Hoyt looks at Esther. You know what? It's completely understandable. I'm the one that should be sorry, said Hoyt. That's why I love you so much, said Esther, putting her arms Hoyt's waist, then kisses him. You know, I could just go into the bathroom and jerk off, said Hoyt, laughing. Esther laughs along. Georgette is kissing Miranda's body, then goes down it. Miranda is moaning. Georgette slowly pulls off Miranda panties, spreads her legs, then leans forward. Miranda moans louder. Oh yeah, moan for me, baby, said Georgette. Miranda continues moaning. The bathroom window slowly opens. The man in the neon mask appears, crawling through the bathroom window. Miranda continues moaning. The bathroom door slowly opens. The man in the neon mask appears in the bathroom doorway. Georgette's head continues moving. Miranda, holding Georgette's head, slowly opens her eyes, then sees the man in the neon mask. The man in the neon mask raises the knife, then swings it. The knife goes into Georgette's back. Georgette tries to scream. The man in the neon mask quickly covers Georgette's mouth. Georgette gives a muffled groan. The man in the neon mask drops Georgette, then looks at Miranda. Miranda screams. Both Esther and Hoyt look at the cabin. George, said Hoyt. Both Esther and Hoyt run into the cabin, then towards the guest room. And quat, Miranda, and quat, George, and quat, Miranda, and quat, George, and quat, yelled both Esther and Hoyt, banging on the guest bedroom door. Stand back, said Hoyt, walks backwards, runs, then rams into the guest bedroom door. The guest bedroom door breaks open. Esther gasps. Miranda appears laying on the bed with her mouth sewed shut and her intestines hanging out. Georgette appears hanging. George, said Hoyt. No, Hoyt. She's gone, said Esther. We need to do something, said Hoyt. I'll call the cops. Esther runs into the living room, then grabs the telephone. Dial tone continuously beeping. Esther presses the button again. Dial tone continues beeping. Oh, come on, you piece of crap, said Esther. What's wrong? Asked Hoyt. The telephone line is down, said Esther. Find your cell phone then, said Hoyt. Esther runs towards her suitcase, opens it, then throws her clothes around. I can't find my cell phone. I know I put it in here, said Esther. Where would it go? Asked Hoyt, approaching Esther. I don't know, said Esther, looking around. A tapping noise. What's that noise? Asked Hoyt. Esther looks underneath the table, sees the man in a neon mask outside the living room window of the cabin. Oh my God, said Esther. What? Esther slowly kneels on the floor, then stares at the man in the neon mask. Hoyt looks up, then sees the man in the neon mask. Who's that? Asked Hoyt. I don't know, said Esther. The man in a neon mask raises his right arm, then holds out the cell phones. He has our cell phones, said Hoyt. The man with a neon mask looks at the front door, then back at both Esther and Hoyt. Oh no, said Esther. The man with a neon mask walks towards the front door. Both Esther and Hoyt run towards the front door. The front door opens ajar. Both Esther and Hoyt push onto the front door, banging on the front door. Both Esther and Hoyt are leaning against the front door. The banging on the front door stops. "He stopped," said Hoyt. Both Esther and Hoyt peek out the front door window. "I don't see him anywhere," said Esther. "Good. Let's hope he left," said Hoyt. "The wind is blowing." "Did you leave a window open?" asked Esther. "No." "Why?" asked Hoyt. "I feel a draft," said Esther, walking away. Hoyt follows behind Esther. Both Esther and Hoyt turn the corner, then see the back door is open. "Jesus Christ," said Hoyt. "He's in the house," said Esther. "But where?" asked Hoyt. The knife goes into the wall next to Hoyt's hand. Both Esther and Hoyt step backwards. The man with a neon mask appears, then punches Hoyt. Hoyt falls onto the floor, then he groans. Hoyt. The man with the neon mask pulls the knife out of the wall, then raises it. "Hey!" The man in the neon mask stops, then looks at Esther. "You want someone? Come get me," said Esther. The man with a neon mask steps forward. Esther runs up the staircase. "Run, Esther," said Hoyt, holding his jaw. The man with the neon mask walks up the staircase. Esther continues running down the hallway, then tries opening the bedroom door. Come on, open." The man with the neon mask appears at the end of the hallway, sees Esther, then slowly walks towards her. Esther rams her shoulder against the bedroom door. The bedroom door opens. Esther walks into the bedroom, then tries closing the door. The bedroom door shuts onto the man with the neon mask's arm. Holding the knife, then tries swinging it. Esther pushes onto the bedroom door. The man with a neon mask groans, pulls his arm out of the bedroom door, then holds it. Esther shuts the bedroom door, then locks it. The man with a neon mask rams his shoulder against the bedroom door. Esther runs towards the bedroom window, opens it, then sticks her torso through it. The ground appears far away. Banging continues on the bedroom door. Esther slowly crawls through the window, then looks down at the ground. The bedroom door gets kicked open. The man with a neon mask sees Esther through the bedroom window, runs at her, then swings the knife. Esther jumps out of the window, lands onto the ground. Then she groans. The man with a neon mask sticks his torso through the window, sees Esther laying on the ground, then walks away. Esther continues groaning. Hoyt slowly stands up next to the staircase. The man with a neon mask appears at the top of the staircase. Hoyt's eyes widen. And quat, Esther, and quat. The man with a neon mask slowly walks down the staircase. Hoyt walks backwards. The man with the neon mask is laughing. "Please, don't kill us. We didn't do anything wrong. Please, stop what you're doing." Hoyt continues walking backwards. The man with a neon mask stops, then lowers the knife. Hoyt smiles. An object hits Hoyt's back. Hoyt falls onto the floor. He groans. Sees a pair of legs, then his vision goes blurry. "Nice work," said woman number one's voice, echoing. Esther continues groaning, slowly stands up, then walks towards the front door. Hoyt. Esther slowly walks towards the front door, stops, then peeks through the front door window. The man with a neon mask appears, dragging Hoyt. Miranda steps towards the man with a neon mask. "Miranda, I thought she was dead," said Esther. "You deal with him. I'll find that bitch," said Miranda, walking away. Esther ducks down. "What should I do?" asked Esther, standing back up, then peeking through the Front door window. The man with a neon mask walks towards the front door. Esther's eyes widen. The front door opens. The man with a neon mask looks around, walks back into the cabin, grabs Hoyt's legs, then slowly drags him towards the front door. A scuffing sound on the floor. Esther peeks through the crack, looks at the front door, then nods her head. The man with a neon mask continues, dragging Hoyt through the front door. Esther pushes the front door hard. The front door hits the man in the neon mask's back. He groans, then falls onto the floor. Esther grabs the man with a neon mask shirt, then pulls him backwards. The man with a neon mask falls onto the porch. Esther grabs Hoyt, then pulls him inside of the cabin. The man with a neon mask looks up at Esther. Esther quickly grabs the front door, then tries shutting it. The man with a neon mask grabs the front door knob. Esther struggles, then pushes onto the front door. The man with a neon mask falls onto the porch again, then he groans. Esther shuts the front door, then locks it. Esther, said Hoyt. Esther kneels next to Hoyt. Hoyt, are you all right? Asked Esther. Yeah. I have a headache, said Hoyt. What happened? Asked Esther. Someone hit me from behind, and it wasn't that guy in the neon mask either, said Hoyt. No, it was, said Esther, being interrupted. A gun cocks. Both Esther and Hoyt look up. Miranda appears, pointing a handgun. Miranda, but we saw your body, said Hoyt. No, what you saw was makeup for my lips to be sewn shut, and luckily Georgette was grateful to use her intestines to look like I was. Now, unlock the door, said Miranda. Esther stands up, then unlocks the front door. The front door opens. The man with a neon mask walks into the cabin, shuts the front door, then locks it. But why? Asked Hoyt. Well, we choose someone we think doesn't deserve to live. Someone who takes life for granted, said Miranda. But we don't take life for granted, said Hoyt. All right, you got me. We do. It because we're different, said Miranda. You won't get away with this. You or your boyfriend, said Esther. Miranda laughing. What's so funny? Asked Hoyt. You think he's my boyfriend? He's not my boyfriend. He's my brother, said Miranda. The man with a neon mask takes off the neon mask. Louis Buchanan appears, then drops the neon mask. Wait, I've seen your face before. You're that wanted killer, said Hoyt. That's right, I am. But I can take all the credit. Can I, sis? Asked Louis. That's right, said Louis. What are you gonna do to us? Asked Esther. What we've done to all those other people, we're gonna kill you. And I know we're in the middle of nowhere, just to make sure you don't scream. I'll sew your mouth shut. Then that's when the real fun begins, said Louis. All right, enough with the talking. Come on, get done in the cellar, said Miranda. The cellar door opens. All four are slowly walking down the cellar staircase. You two, over there, tie them up. Miranda, said Louis, grabbing the handgun, then pointing it at both of them. Miranda grabs rope, then ties both Esther's and Hoyt's arms together. All right, they're tied, said Miranda. All right, the show begins. Here's the gun, said Louis, handing the handgun to Miranda, then walking towards the closet door. Where is he going? Asked Hoyt. He's getting our guest of honor, said Miranda. The closet door opens. Louis grabs Mr. Coffee, then pulls him out of the closet. Mr. Coffee is muffling. Dad, said Esther. Don't move and stay down, said Miranda. Louis throws Mr. Coffee into the table. Mr. Coffee groans, then kneels next to it. All right, Let's see how much pain your father can take before either passing out or dying, said Louis, grabbing Mr. Coffee, picking him up, then punching him. Mr. Coffee lays onto the table. Stop it, said Esther. We will. Once he stops breathing, said Miranda. Louis walks towards another table, grabs a hammer and a bucket of nails. Mr. Coffee, continuously groaning. No, don't do this, said Esther. Louis places the bucket of nails onto the table, pulls one out, then lays it on Mr. Coffee's left arm. Mr. Coffee is shaking his head. Louis swings the hammer. The hammer hits the top of the nail. The nail goes into Mr. Coffee's left arm. Mr. Coffee gives a muffled groan. Louis grabs another nail, places it higher over Mr. Coffee's left arm, then swings the hammer. The hammer hits the top of the nail. The nail goes into Mr. Coffee's left arm again. Mr. Coffee gives another muffled groan. The nails continue to go into Mr. Coffee's body. Esther is crying. Hoyt lowers his head. Mr. Coffee's body appears shaking. All right. That's all of the nails. And somehow he's still breathing, said Louis. You have a strong father, said Miranda. Well, what else can we do? Asked Louis. Oh, I saw a blowtorch in the closet. Grab that and we'll start with the boyfriend here, said Miranda. Good idea, said Louis, walking towards the closet. Banging noises from inside of the closet. What's going on in there? Asked Miranda. Trying to find the blowtorch you said you saw, said Louis. It's on the second shelf, said Miranda. There are 3 shelves in here, said Louis. I said, and quat. It's on the second shelf, and quat, said Miranda. I can't find it, said Louis. Miranda scoffs, lowers the handgun, then walks towards the closet. Hoyt looks up at Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee continues shaking, then slowly points. Hoyt sees the knife on the ledge of the table. Push it, whispered Hoyt. Mr. Coffee's right arm slowly reaches for the knife, then nudges it. The knife falls onto the floor. A clanging sound. What was that? Asked Miranda. I think one of the nails fell, said Hoyt. I did lose a nail earlier. I'll put that last. One in the father, said Louis. Hoyt reaches for the knife with his feet, then slowly slides it towards himself. Oh, there's the blowtorch, said Louis. I told you, you never listen, said Miranda. Hoyt places the knife behind Esther's back. Hurry up and cut yourself loose, said Hoyt. Both Louis and Miranda walk out of the closet. All right, pretty boy. You're up first, said Miranda. Hoyt gets slammed onto another table, then he groans. Louis looks down at Hoyt. Trust me, this is gonna hurt a lot more than you think, said Louis, lowering the needle. Hoyt turns his head. Hey, pretty boy. Either do what you're told or your precious girlfriend gets a hole in her head, said Miranda, pointing the handgun at Esther. Hoyt looks at Louis. Take a breath. It kinda helps, said Louis, sticking the needle through Hoyt's mouth. Hoyt groans. Esther raises the knife. The knife slowly cuts the rope. Miranda looks down at Esther. Don't worry, it will all be over soon and you'll see your mother again, said Miranda. Esther looks up at Miranda. Don't talk about my mother, said Esther. Miranda smiles, lowers the handgun, then kneels in front of Esther. Or what? Esther asked Miranda. The knife cuts all the way through the rope. Or I will kill you, said Esther. Miranda looks up at Louis. Both Louis and Miranda start laughing. Oh, we're so scared, said Miranda. Esther leans towards Miranda. You should be, said Esther, swinging the knife. The knife cuts Miranda's face. Miranda groans, falls onto the floor, then fires the handgun. Louis gets shot in his left leg. He groans, then leans against the table. Hoyt kicks Louis in his chest. Louis goes into the wall. He groans, then falls onto the floor. Louis, said Miranda, holding her face, looking at Esther, then pointing the handgun at her. Esther moves the gun, then jams the knife into Miranda's chest. Miranda gasps, then fires the handgun. Esther gasps. Both Esther and Miranda fall onto the floor. Esther, Esther, said Hoyt, kneeling next to both Esther and Miranda, then rolling Miranda off of her. Esther sits up. That was a close call, said Esther. Oh, thank God, said Hoyt, hugging Esther. Come on, let's get out of here, said Hoyt. Wait, my dad. Both Esther and Hoyt stand up, then look at Mr. Coffee. Dad, you're safe now. Dad. Mr. Coffee lays motionless in the table. Dad, Dad. No, said Esther. Esther. He's gone, said Hoyt. No, he can't be gone. Dad, Dad, come back. Dad, said Esther, leaning on Mr. Coffee's body, then starts crying. Louis groans, slowly stands up, then sees Miranda's body laying on the floor. Miranda, Miranda. Louis looks at both Esther and Hoyt. You killed my sister, said Louis. Hey, you killed our friend, said Hoyt. I don't care about you or your friend. I care about my sister, and you killed her. Now you'll pay, said Louis, limping towards both Esther and Hoyt. Hoyt punches Louis. Louis groans, leans against the table, then backhands Hoyt. Hoyt falls into the other table, then he groans. Louis stands up, then looks at Esther. Esther walks backwards. Louis limping towards Esther. Get away from me, said Esther. Not until you're dead, said Louis. Hoyt shakes his head, looks up at Louis, stands up, runs at him, then tackles him. Both Hoyt and Louis go into a stack of gasoline tanks, then they groan. Gas slowly pours out of the tanks. Both Hoyt and Louis are rolling around on the floor. Louis punches Hoyt's left side. Hoyt groans, then falls onto the floor. Louis lays on top of Hoyt, then starts choking him. Hoyt gasps, then tries grabbing Louis's face. Louis shakes Hoyt's hands off of his face, then tightens his grip. Hoyt slowly lowers his hands. Louis smiling. Hey, asshole. Louis looks up at Esther. Esther appears, holding the blowtorch, then presses the trigger. Fire comes out of the blowtorch. Louis's face gets burned. He screams, then falls onto the floor. Hoyt, are you all right? Asked Esther. Hoyt continuously coughing. Louis continues groaning. You bitch. Both Esther and Hoyt look at Louis. Look what you did to me, said Louis, turning around, then appears with a burnt face. You look a lot better now, said Esther. You're gonna pay for this, said Louis, stepping forward. Esther sees the gas on the floor, grabs the blowtorch, then presses the trigger. Fire comes out of the blowtorch, then ignites the gasoline. Louis catches on fire, then he screams. Come on, let's get out of here. Both Esther and Hoyt are walking out of the cabin, screaming in the distance. Both Esther and Hoyt turn around. Louis appears on fire, then runs at both Esther and Hoyt. Esther points the handgun, then continuously fires it. Louis, continuously being shot, falls onto his knees, gasps, then lays motionlessly onto the ground. Nice shooting, said Hoyt. You can thank my dad. He took me to a shooting range growing up, said Esther, looking at Hoyt. I think I just became more in love with you, said Hoyt. Esther looks at Hoyt, then laughs. Let's get you some help, said Esther. Both Esther and Hoyt are walking away. Louis's body continues burning. A hawk appears in the sky then screeches. The end.